Welcome to the Walkabout. This time we are at the season launch of the 2026 Rolex SailGP Championship. Now the vibes are going on here. We're on the rooftop of the Optus Stadium. We're overlooking the city and everyone's getting pumped for a weekend of racing. So let's run around and chat to some of the athletes to see how they're feeling to kick this season off. Well, I've just seen Blair Chook here at the season opener. Blair, how pumped are you for this season?
Oh, ready to roll. Awesome way to start it here in Perth. Fremantle Doctor. Looks like epic conditions this weekend, so yeah, we're ready to roll.
Now, I've been keeping an eye on you guys. You have no change in your crew lineup and you're looking pretty slick out there. How are you feeling?
Yeah, it's really nice feeling to have the stability of the crew from last year and, well, actually the last few seasons really, apart from Leo. So that gives us a lot of confidence. Got a little change up in the coaching, on the coaching side, on the onshore support. So I think that's a nice change, and both Will and Matt, who are joining us there, bring a lot of experience, and I just can't wait to see them join the team and get into the black foils way. And yeah, I think it's a really good combination. So looking forward to getting the first one under our belt.
I guess bringing, it's just somebody different into the team. They can always look at things differently. So it's nice to have some fresh eyes.
Yeah, I think fresh eyes, a little bit of change is always good in any organisation. So the two that are joining are in slightly different roles than we've had before, and I think the combination of the both of them are going to add a lot. So yeah, looking forward to getting them embedded. They'll take a few events to get into the swing of things. Operating from a coach booth is not a normal thing to do. It's only done in SailGP, so that'll take a little bit, but yeah, two awesome guys are going to add a lot to the team.
Now, obviously, the season championship last year wasn't that long ago, and I'm sure you've gotten over it by now, but how motivated are you as a team to make sure that you got the trophy at the end of this one?
Yeah, we're extremely motivated. That really hurt last year, but we weren't good enough in the last race. We had our opportunity and we didn't take it, so we'll go again. I probably forgot about it as soon as we did the first beer away here in Frio. It was full on in the first free practice, so yeah, we just tune into these windy conditions, try to get a good one under our belt, and we go from there.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Blair, and enjoy the weekend racing.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Well, Nikolai from Rockwool Racing. Nikolai, we didn't get to celebrate your win as much in Abu Dhabi because the British overshadowed, but congratulations on that event win. How good was it to have that breakthrough?
Yeah, no, thanks a lot. I don't think we needed to celebrate. I think we were more caring about getting that one off our back. So no, it was good. We needed it. It's been a really tough season for us, starting already back in LA when we missed out a few events there and a lot of penalty points, and it was just hard to climb back after that. So it was good to finish off and then just reset our minds a bit.
It's a big reset here in Fremantle. Obviously, big wins, big waves. How much do you enjoy just sailing and racing in those conditions?
I mean, we love it. Our team always loved the big breeze and go and push hard. We probably got to be a little bit smart this weekend, I think, and not just go to the normal push mode 10 and hope for the best. It's a long season, and we also have Ed now, just easing him into the role as the flight controller, and we got to have some heads on our shoulders this weekend and not just braveness. So let's see.
Yeah, it's such a tough balance. Obviously, you need to be able to push the boat because in a way you just want to keep rolling with it, but then you need to know how to pull back. How hard is it, I guess, for you to kind of find that line, especially with a new flight controller?
It is super hard because once the countdown gets on the wing screen and we're all in the start box, we all want to, really beat each other. It's so hard to hold back, and we're not going to hold back either, but you got to pick your fights, and sometimes you just got to back out and remember that it's a long season. We're like 13 Grand Prix away from the final, so we're going to be smart and remind ourselves to pick the fights when we know we can win them and come out on top. And if we think it's a bit marginal, we just back out and come back and fight again next race or even in Auckland.
The other thing I saw is Anne-Marie's back. Obviously, she had a baby last year. She's back with the team. How exciting is that?
It's great to have Anne-Marie back. I mean, she's a key part of our team and a lot in the culture as well. Having that Danish winning culture is really good. Again, she's also need to ease into it again and find her feet. It is a hard race course to come back into when you've been away for like 6 months. She realized that as well, I think, yesterday. So we're swapping in and out in a lot of spots and trying to do the right thing in all spots.
Amazing. Well, good luck this weekend. Enjoy the racing, and I hope you have an incredible season.
Thanks a lot, Lisa.
Oh, well, hometown hero. Well, not quite hometown, but still Australia. How much are you looking forward to this weekend, Tom?
I can't wait. Just showcasing Fremantle and Perth to the world, and especially the sailing conditions here. Like, the last 2 days have been some of the best sailing we've ever done. We've sort of had such a good time out there, and you're sort of right on your limit and you're sort of pushing yourself to new levels, but we're sort of just in control most of the time. So it's been great, yeah. Fast speeds, great racing. So yeah, can't wait for the weekend.
Now you've been here since the beginning. You missed one event. We're up to our 50th event. How unique is this race course? Is this going to be the hardest one we've seen?
It probably will be the hardest one we've seen. It depends what conditions we get, obviously. The waves can get quite big here, and I think the forecast for the weekend is the waves a bit bigger than it's been in training so far. But yeah, if we get the wind and the waves, it will be the most challenging track we've had for at least on that end of the scale. Obviously, you've got light airs where it's very challenging, but at the top end of the scale, it could be really tough.
And you've got a new wing trimmer on board. Obviously, Goobs has joined you from Emirates Great Britain. How are you guys gelling?
Like a glove. It's been amazing. You know, Goobs and I obviously go way back. We're roommates at the Olympics. We've been great friends for so long, and we've always sailed against each other. And to sail with each other, it's it's great. We're getting along so well, sharing plenty of jokes, and it's just been really fun so far.
And there's a lot of Roo crew in town, obviously here in Freo, but also flying in. How epic is it going to see all that green and gold in the grandstand?
It's going to be amazing. Just to think that we sold out all the grandstands, all the tickets are gone, and for a first-time event, I don't think that's been done before. So unbelievable. We're going to see all the green and gold in the stand, everyone cheering for us. It's so nice when you travel the world and especially you go to some places and we get booed, maybe GBR in New Zealand, even though I love the boos. It'll be nice to get some cheers as well.
Awesome. Enjoy the racing, Tom, and good luck.
Awesome. Thank you.
Diego, really tough news for your team today, obviously, with the incident. Can you just tell everybody what happened?
Yeah, we were going through a jibe after in practice race number 2. Everything was going smoothly, very comfortable, and halfway through a jibe, something snapped, and we just pitch poled, and we broke the case of our boat, basically, and the hull also.
So I guess when an incident like that happens, obviously there's not much you can do. You've got to leave it to the tech team, and they're assessing the damage now, I imagine?
Yeah, exactly. Now they are doing the assessment. I guess they are also making a plan to repair it as fast as possible, and for us now it's not in our hands. We need to wait for them, and we really trust them also. They are a big group of very good professionals, and I hope they can get us in the water as soon as possible.
I hope so too, and we know they've done miracles before, so we've got our fingers crossed for you. But I guess, how has the sailing been? How good was it to get back on the F50 after the break from Abu Dhabi?
It was epic. We had 3 training days here in Perth. The conditions here with the doctor are epic, and today was the first day that we actually raced with our other boats in strong winds after a while, and it was epic. These boats are epic to sail in those conditions.
Well, thanks, Diego, and we're all wishing you the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Hannah, how excited are you to kick off the 2026 season as champions?
Yeah, that's weird, hey? We're buzzing. It's such an amazing venue. We've had some incredible training days. Just super excited to get back racing. There's nothing like it.
And you've been here for a couple of days, but you also got a new wing trimmer, Stu Bithell, joining, but him and Dylan have a long history together, so they gelled quite quickly?
Yeah, it's awesome having Stu in the team. Dylan and Stu did the Tokyo Games and got the gold there, so that dynamic's pretty strong. But as anyone knows, you add a new team member, there's a lot to figure out, and so it's been a real good learning journey, and yeah, we're just excited now to put it into practice.
Now, everyone says how hard the Fremantle Doctor is, so that is the big breeze that we get here in Perth with the waves. On board, can you describe just how challenging it is? What are the G-forces like? What's the F50 doing?
Yeah, it was a bit of a baptism of fire on day one, because we went out and straight away it was like 16, 17 knots. The waves were pretty big, and it just built and built and built. And yeah, it was a full-on day for everyone after like the end of last season being quite light winds. It was definitely a baptism of fire, but the last couple of days have just been glamour. Pretty flat actually, and like 15, 16 knots, been amazing.
And that's what you want. Like, as a sailor, how much are you enjoying being out there and getting ready to race in those conditions?
Honestly, it is just incredible. Like, these boats in that condition are super challenging, but so rewarding. Like, there's nothing like the feeling of the bear away and just ripping downwind.
Okay, so you're going in to this season as champions. Does that change your mindset at all? Do you think everybody's looking at you now, or they already had your eyes on you?
I don't know.
Not your problem, you just need to do your job.
Exactly, yeah, I don't know. They can lurk, who knows.
All right, well, thanks so much, Hannah. Good luck this season and enjoy the racing this weekend. Nathan, it's finally here. You get to rejoin the fleet. How pumped are you to get racing this weekend?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Just coming to the launch tonight and being out sailing the last few days, it's starting to become a reality. I enjoyed watching all of last season, but pretty excited to come sailing.
Now, Chris obviously had a bit of an injury to him on the first day, but he's such a trooper. How's he going?
He's doing well, yeah. It wasn't really a good start to our training, to be honest. We sailed for 3 minutes, and on our first roundup, he ended up falling face first into the net and got a bunch of stitches and cuts in his lip. But he took a day off yesterday, and he was determined to come sailing today, and he did a fantastic job. And I guess that shows what kind of character he is. He's just like, I've got a job to do, I'll get on with it. And it was really good training day for us today, and looking good for the weekend.
We had a couple of days in Abu Dhabi with the team and a couple of days here in Perth, two very different worlds. Do you feel ready, or you're never going to feel ready just with a couple of days?
Yeah, like Abu Dhabi was completely different to here. We were doing crew trials. We had a huge talent pool to select from Sweden. We've sort of narrowed it down to our race crew now, which is awesome. And, the weather here is very different. We've sailed on the 18-metre wing here every day, and we're on the 27-metre wing in Abu Dhabi in no more than 8 knots. But, I think we have a lot of experienced people in our program, and, we can sail the boat really well when we're going around the course on our own. The real question is, can I still race? It's been a year since I've done a race. So I think the finger's getting pointed at me at the moment in all our meetings. You're just making sure I know where to put the boat on the start line. And, I feel like tomorrow's an important day for us, Friday, getting out there, doing our practice racing, and hopefully, I remember how to do it.
Now, I think you're going to remember how to race. But the other thing that's changed is obviously the new T-foils. What's your first impression of those?
Yeah, the boats are surprisingly different to sail with the T-foils. Previously we had all these issues with like massive leeway skids. You get too high and you get these massive side skids. Now on the T-foils, if you fly too high, they actually ventilate and they drop from the sky because the air comes onto the foil and it drops. So the boat's really different to sail. Performance-wise, you can really press on the foils when you're going fast and generate, really impressive speeds. Like today, I kept getting from Chris whenever he could open his mouth to talk, like press, like we are not going quick enough. And I'm like, we're doing 65k at wind. Like, how fast do you want me to go? And he's like, yeah, the polars are a lot faster than what you're used to. So that's going to take a while for me to get used to. But yeah, the boats have come a long way in the last year, and that's really, really cool to see. And quite fun to sail.
Awesome. Well, can't wait to see you racing this weekend, flying the Artemis flag, and good luck.
Thank you. Cheers.
Well, that's it for the Walkabout. What a beautiful view. It's a stunning city, and we heard fantastic racing conditions ahead. Racing kicks off on Saturday for the Oracle Perth Sail Prix presented by KPMG.